on with Tom Selleck. We chatted briefly in the break about Hawaii.
Yeah.
I'm curious, when you go to Hawaii, you just must own the place. Because of the Magnum PI series, I mean, you probably can't buy a drink there on your own. No, please, this is on us.
It depends. Yeah, actually, the local people have been great. I don't quite own it. You know, Jack owned it.
Jack Lord?
Jack was there first, and who just passed away.
Yeah, Jack Lord, who was that's one of my favorite shows,
I mean, when I went to
Hawaii,
he sat me down to start the show and showed me the ropes, and then all our crew had worked in 5-0. He had some kind of eccentric rules, because I know he's kind of one of your heroes.
Well, he's my hair hero.
Yeah, well,
I thought, I'm serious, I'm not kidding. When I was a kid, I used to watch, I had a preoccupation with giant pompadours, which the network is always fighting me about. But they're saying, like, comb that thing, you know. But I would watch Hawaii 5-0, and he just had this amazing, big, crazy-looking pompadour.
Well, and he had rules, though. He had hair rules, which you could follow if you want to be like him.
Please tell me.
Well, this is legend. This is like Hawaii legend. Always, he insisted always being shot with his face into the wind, you know, because he always had kind of this.
Oh, that's also that lock of hair was always vibrating.
Yeah, it was always vibrating, and it had to be never like backwinded or anything.
Right.
And then the other rule, of course, was he always wanted to be shot. I mean, all the crews always talk. He owns the place, or owned it. I'm sorry to say. Anyway, he always wanted to be silked. Silk is a big silk that they put over your head when it's real sunny, because the light's like twice as bright there as even L.A.
And it diffuses the light.
It makes the light nicer on your face. So, but there's a famous story where he was a little upset one day, and he walked out, and he had this long walk down the street, and looked around and said, "Silk the neighborhood." And walked back in his room, which is, if you know anything about filmmaking, that you can't do that. I mean, you don't have that much silk. They're a little square thing that's about this big that they put over your head.
When Jack Lord says silk the neighborhood, you do it.
Jack, well, actually, he did almost anything Jack said. So he kind of showed me the ropes. He was a great guy, and he kind of owned the place, and I haven't been back since. It's not like the mantle has been passed yet. I was kind of like the kid brother, like I was.
But I think the
Bob
mantle's
Jr.
passed. If I were you, I would go to Hawaii, and I would check into beautiful hotel rooms and say, "I'm Tom Selleck, I ain't paying." And
well, because I could be like person of the universe for that section of the globe.
That's pretty good to be the biggest guy in Hawaii. I'm like, you know, I go to like Westerly, Rhode Island.
I did have a,
you know.
In Rhode Island?
I'm trying to own Westerly, Rhode Island, and still, no, I'm fighting another guy for it.
The local people were great, because they kind of respect your privacy, even though there was a lot of heat coming out of Magnum. I never got a ticket while I was there, which is kind of nice.
That's cool.
Even though I may have deserved a few. This was the opposite of Mrs. Bloom.
You've got a fixation on Mrs. Bloom.
She actually, I had consequences for my acts. In Hawaii, I did drive a little fast a few times, and the guys would say, "Hey, Brad, slow down, that's okay." Yeah. "Oh, it's you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stop you. It was great."
"You can write me a ticket, Mr. Selleck." Yeah.
So that was good.
I want to make sure I mention we're out of time, but this new show, The Closer.
Actually, it's confusing, I know, because it kind of could be pronounced closer, which means nothing. But you guys had it right.
We had it. It's the closer.
I mean, it's the closer, and it's not a door closer. It's not like the doorman at the Plaza Hotel.
Don't yell at me. Yell at Augie over there.
Augie. It's like a guy who can close a deal, you know, in his own particular field. He kind of has a ruthless quality, like Michael Jordan's.
Right. He's a slick ad exec. Is that right?
He's a slick but lovable addict. Hopefully.
He has to be.
With a heart of gold.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Everything has to be.
That's the secret of the show.
For the show called The Closer, you should have every episode end with a big musical number. You know? The Closer.
I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Come out and sing Don't Rain on My Parade.
Right. We could dub you.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, we'll dub you.
Does Augie think of these things a lot?
Yes. No one knows his real name is Augie.
You know, the Dice kind of cat, Augie.
Well, it's called The Closer, and it may have musical numbers in it now, which you'll claim were your idea.
Thanks for the idea.
The Closer premieres, it's next Monday, February 23rd on CBS.
Oh, really? You
We're not rivals.
Oh,
What do we
on another
care?
network.
I think all networks should get along, baby.
I do, too.
Yeah. Tom Selleck, thank you very much for coming by. Best of luck. Tom Selleck! Folks, when we come back, another talented dog from the Westminster Dog Show.